Hey guys, it's Heinzie here. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're brand new to this channel, smash the sub button. It is super important to help us grow this awesome channel now. We had the Gridsy session on again, Friday night, 10 p.m. US. Last night it was a hell of a lot of fun. Always a lot of laughs. A little bit trickier with no GAC on. There's not as many mistakes made by me because of no GAC, but we had a really great chat with some absolute superstars. We had, of course, our boy Grid. We also had Loki. We had Rage and Elephant, and we also, of course, had our boy Fulbright as well. We had a really cool chat. We were talking Executor. We were talking about the Google Play points. We were talking about the changes to the game and how we think there might even be more. And also, we're talking about how we need a heck of a lot more ships before more capital ships. So, guys, I just thought I'd post this for anyone that missed it. If you do, honestly, next time, don't miss it. It's so much fun. We'll be back again Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern this Friday. It's going to be absolutely epic with GAC back on again. 3v3 style. It's always a bit hairy, isn't it, guys? Enjoy. We've got the introduction of Cat for the first time in 3v3. Ray's bad enough. I want to start with Fulbright, if you don't mind. I'm gonna come around to everyone because I want to ask everyone's opinion. But dude, how do you think we're
goblin penis?
Let it go. Thank you so much. How do you think it's going to go, Fulbright, with Cat entering the mix? I think this is going to be a really interesting time because a lot of people are going to have Cat.
Yeah, for the 3 versus 3,
yeah.
it's gonna make a big difference, absolutely. And the thing about it is she's like a plug and play character with so many different squads. So it's really probably gonna have a significant impact, just not knowing where she's gonna be on the board.
Yeah.
You know, because hell, she could be she's gonna be an instant bandit killer on defense.
Yeah.
So she takes that first turn. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be interesting to see how people decide to use her. I personally am looking forward to using her as part of the scoundrel setup. But I could easily see, she's going to work with it in a lot of different places.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ragan, quick one, bro. Have you unlocked Cat as well yourself at the moment? How are you looking with Cat?
So I got lazy on the first conquest, and I didn't get max crate. I got the crate under. So I'm 20 short.
Oh, yeah. Shit, so close. And it's made worse by the longer gap till the next conquest as well. That just sucks. It's mean.
Me.
They should release another pack because you'd probably buy it, wouldn't you? Like, being so close, that hurts.
I don't think I will.
No, you'd hold back?
Just
really? Ooh, interesting.
I can buy her out of shipments on the next conquest anyways.
Yeah, gotcha.
So I don't even have to wait the full 2 weeks if I don't want to.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, if they don't release the pack until the next conquest goes live, I don't have a reason to buy her.
No, that's fair enough. Absolutely. No, it's crazy. It's in chat already. GAC will not be fun for you without Cat. It's going to be rough. It really is. Yeah.
No, I'll be okay. I'm small. I'm not even 5 mil yet. So the fact that I'm actually this far ahead is I'm ahead.
You heard it first. Ragan small. That's all I heard. That's it. I heard nothing else but Ragan small. Straight up. Loki, quick one, brother. I want to ask as well. Again, I know that you definitely have Cat. And I'm pretty sure you have her at Relegate and modded up to the eyeballs, which would be expected. But are you thinking that we're going to see Cat more on attack or more on defense? Like if you had to say straight up, what are you thinking overall? Where are we going to see her? Where are we going to use her? What are your plans? What are you thinking?
I don't know, man. Your guess is as good as mine because the way her kit is right now, the only way she's going to get to ultimate is she's got to be behind Jedi Master Kenobi, right? Because you got to do his second ability, throw it on her, and then it's reduced. The 8 cooldown is reduced to she's ready to annihilate. So I don't know yet, man. It's I would think offense is better. I don't think the AI is going to play it right in 3v3. I could be wrong. But then that means your JMK team has to have Cat behind it to really get the benefits. There's people out there trying to take advantage of that Cat bug with Ray, but it works, and sometimes it doesn't work, and then it's kind of just trash at that point. So, I mean, I'm kind of on the fence right now. I mean, you mentioned Cat, but I'm actually worried more about Executor because we're going to be seeing that thing in 3v3 as well.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm more worried about that thing.
Yeah.
if anything.
Yeah, nah, spot on. Absolutely. Well, again, what are your concerns? I mean, the executive is just going to be OP. That's what we're expecting, right? Like, that's
We just don't know how to fight it, right? That's how you win in 3v3. Like, this is the second time we have JMK in 3v3, so I think a lot of people already know how to fight JMK. But a JMK cat, we haven't seen it yet as a community in 3v3, and we haven't seen Executor yet. So that's just a way of winning is you just put those teams down where your opponent doesn't know how to fight it, and you get that one hold, right? That could basically capture you the win.
it can get a win or a loss. It can be down to that. Absolutely.
I don't know how Executor is going to work, right? But we're going to see him. I think people are going to wail out on him next week, and then the next 3v3 lock, you're going to start seeing him. So
no, 100%, absolutely. And Grid, same thing. Obviously, Executor is going to be crazy, but again, what other type of compositions are we going to see with Cat mainly? I think Executor is certainly going to be pretty brutal. I mean, the problem is that we haven't even got a kit yet, so it makes it really tricky to talk about how Executor is going to fit in, right? Because we haven't even got a freaking kit. So, how are you? What are you planning? What sort of lineups? Obviously, Fulbright mentioned Scoundrels already. So, are you thinking that that's probably going to be something where they're going to use them, or is it just going to be straight up with Kenobi? Like, what are you going to find?
I think one of the nastiest team compositions in 3v3 would be JMK, Cat, and GK. I think that's going to be a really difficult one. That's going to be an insta kill off the rip. So it really depends on where you're at in GAC with your divisions and all that good stuff. But for me, stealing banners almost equates to a win. And so if you have a faster Commander Tano and you're putting her with JMK, that means you're getting an insta-kill right off the rip, which means you're stealing banners right off the rip, no matter what.
Yeah.
Which for me is a W. That's a good. That's no matter what. That's good. I think that's going to be one of the roughest team compositions in 3v3. I don't know exactly how to fight that. I'm kind of nervous about coming against that team on defense personally. But even if you don't have JMK, I mean, Commander Tana can slot into so many teams with that unique of hers. Like, I think one of the roughest ones is going to be with a Ray comp. I think that's going to be really, really disgusting to go up against. I think she's still going to do something up against with JMK, Ray, and Padme. I think she can still do something against some of those Padme squads. It's going to be really interesting to see how she is actually utilized. Calvin Awesome, he was talking about a JML with JMK, or sorry, not JMK. JML with Cat.
Yep.
Could be really interesting to see. Do like a Basila lead with JML and Commander Tano. It'll be really difficult to get through that health because he's going to have so much bonus protection. Just some of those, she can slot all over the just all over the place. When it comes to GAC, when you have characters who are unknown, that's one of the biggest advantages that you can have in GAC.
Yeah.
So like Loki was saying, Executor, I don't know how good Executor will or won't be, but we just don't know. So he has an advantage because we don't know. In Commander Tana, we've never seen her in a 3v3 situation. So we don't know how good or bad or effective or ineffective she's going to be. And so it's going to throw people off no matter what in a 3v3 situation. So it's going to be very interesting to see what team comps kind of take precedence over others.
Yeah, absolutely.
How good she is or isn't.
Yeah.
Can I say something about that comp with that he was talking about?
Yeah.
So, I've seen some interesting testing where they were using C with Acolyte and Zombie on a 3 versus 3 in arena versus that, and Cat instantly goes out and kills the zombie every time. As soon as Acolyte goes into stealth, they can only target Zombie because they can't target C once he gets going too.
Yeah.
So they're kind of stuck on that.
Bit of a loop.
If you get the speeds right, I've seen that. So that's why I think that that might be like an instant trap, where for where you can get around it though, that what I was playing around with was instead of using GK as the third, I was using Snips, because you put GK's, or you put Cat's second ability on Snips, since she's always assisting. Since she's always assisting, she's reducing the cooldown of Cat. So then Cat can do the annihilate, but then come back and do the armor shred real quick. You know, so you can kind of break the turn meter gain on that.
It's a trap.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. But you were talking Scoundrels, Fulbright. You were talking Scoundrels and composition. I'm curious.
That. I really like those Scoundrels.
I assume you're talking BAM as a focal point to that type of team. Yeah. So
yep. I was thinking, you know, with BAM and IG with Cat.
Ooh, I like that. BAM, IG, Cat. Ooh, that's brutal. That's a brick wall. I like that a lot. Really, really interesting. That's hot. It's crazy.
But you know, I haven't had a chance to test that one yet. But on paper, I like it, especially if it's clocked right. So we'll see. You know.
No.
Hey, we got the BAM professional here with Ragged.
Oh, does he know anything about BAM?
I mean, that man knows more about BAM than his own family lineage. I swear.
It's probably true, actually.
How many to make Rack and drink Fireball, says Sam. He's throwing him under the...
This many.
This many. I mean, technically, that's only one finger, so...
Darth Kraken, thank you so much for joining us, man. Good to have you, buddy. Oh, my God. We're up and running. It's great to have the Kraken here. One of my guild modes. Everyone's a winner. It's all going off today. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's great to have you all here hanging out. It really is. We're a bit lost with that GAC, fellas. We really are. So some of the feedback, her unique won't work well under JML. Sith Eternal can still be targeted in that 3s comp. He needs to have another Sith present for him to be untargetable. Yeah. It's been thrown out there as well.
Yeah, but he's also going to have retribution every time you top him up. So it'll be interesting to see.
It will be.
Like I said,
yeah. There's so much to work through. There really is. But yeah, look, Ragan, let's talk BAM, because apparently you don't mind that character much. Bit of a fan.
I love him. Yeah.
So
dude,
what are your...
Even the word love is an understatement for Ragan.
Obsessed would be a better option. Absolutely. But
it's
Ragan,
probably true.
So what are your thoughts, man? Obviously, you do love your BAM. So, I mean, are you planning on obviously using, when you do unlock Cat, you're just going to slot it straight into your BAM team? Or what's your plans? I'm curious, bro. What are you thinking? Because I'm sure you thought about it.
5 I do have a GL counter I want to try out that has BAM and Cat incorporated. It won't work in 3v3 though. You just obviously won't be able to build the same amount of birds. I like what I do with my BAM in 3v3. I usually throw a Han and Chewie under him and then use that as a gas counter.
Yep.
Pretty clean. I like it. You can get 52, and gas is notorious for stripping banners, so I like that.
Man, that's a good little setup. Oh, I like that. Look, and this is the thing. I think it'll be really interesting to see how some people will use them at different levels. I think that's really... Yeah. That's pretty cool. It really is.
Yeah, just for clarification, if we can, real quick, can everybody say their division level? Just so we understand, like we're kind of all over the spectrum.
Yeah. So Fulbright, you're in Division 1, right? That's a definite.
BD. Yeah, BD.
Yep. BD. He throws the BD out there. For those that don't know, he's talking about big energy. Anyway, moving right along. Our boy Grid. Well, you're Division 2, correct? Yes.
I'm Division 2, just barely. I was in Division 3 last. Not this, obviously, not this last season that passed, but the previous season. So I just passed into Division 2. I was Division 2 and Division 3 last season.
No, absolutely. Our boy Ragan, what division are you, brother? Not sure what you'd be. Division 5, something around there.
Yep, that's where I'm at right now.
What a
I'm
guess!
sitting at about 4.8 mil, just to put it in perspective.
Nice, absolutely. Loki, I know he's definitely Division 1. That's a definite. We know he's in Divi 1. I'm in Divi 1 as well. So we're all in there. So it's pretty full on at the top. But everyone at that level's got the toys, like all of them. Because if you haven't, you're fucked. That's normally how it works, unfortunately, at that type of level. It really, really is. But yeah, it really is some crazy stuff. But guys, look, we need to talk it. They've made some more changes, yeah? They're tweaking some more characters. They're setting shit.
I'm a little annoyed at how they announced that the changes to SLKR's AI. I'm a little annoyed by that.
Talk to me, man. How pissed off are you? Come on, let's rage, brother.
It just like, I mean, even though it's quote unquote still like a dev announcement, they put it as a comment in another dev announcement post.
Yeah, in addition.
And so I sent it out to my community and I was like, what do you guys think of this upcoming SLKR AI changes? And people are like, wait, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, like that was a cheeky little move to instead of making their own dev announcement, instead of making this own like big thing, they just snuck it in as a comment to another post.
Yeah,
that happened a couple of weeks ago at this point, or a month ago. I thought that was cheeky and a little annoying, but they're going to be changing the way that the SLKR AI interacts with specifically fives and some of the 501st. I thought that was pretty cheeky. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I felt like that was, deserving of its own post to say, hey, look, even though you guys do that kind of gas fives, chewy sort of cheese team, that's not going to work anymore. I thought that was kind of that kind of annoyed me that they snuck it under the radar as a comment in a different post a month or two ago.
They do so many good things from time to time, don't they? They really do. They've been doing some good shit from time to time, and then all of a sudden they just kick you in the nuts with something sneaky like that.
Yeah,
it just brings it back again.
In addition to the changes above, you're like, really?
It makes you wonder. It really does. TJ, thank you for the follow.
If you follow that specific comment thread, you wouldn't have known.
No,
but if you click on that same one and scroll all the way to the bottom, Doja Fett comes in and says, in addition to the above mentioned change, SLKR is getting the changes as well to his AI. I didn't like that.
Yeah, there's something that I'm going to come back and talk about in a minute, but I want to ask the rest of the guys here as well. Are you happy with the way that they did the changes, Fulbright? Yes, no, maybe. Again, it comes across as a bit cheeky, as a minimum.
Yeah, you mean like all the new changes?
Yeah,
specifically with the SLKR.
Specifically SLKR, but again, I want your opinion as well overall, because I haven't spoken to you about that yet in the chat here. So yeah, I'm up for both.
Man, dude, it's just a standard operating procedure for these guys. I mean, they don't give a fuck. They just do what they want to do. They don't care how we react either. So, I mean, we're just, that's kind of the way I see it. It was, they should have announced it and made it very clear so everybody would be prepared for it. But no, they like to create a little bit of controversy and drama so people can sit there and bitch. Well, why didn't this work? Why didn't this work? Well, I mean, they like that. They with these guys, with CG, these guys, any publicity, even negative publicity, is good to them. That's the way they see it. So they like people talking. They like people making memes about them. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. No, 100%, absolutely. Reagan, a little bit cheeky, brother. What are you thinking? Just curious.
A little bit more optimistic. If we think about how they communicated anything last year, they didn't at all. Like, we got nothing for so long. So am I happy about how this was put out? No, but it's better. I'm not going to say it's good, but it's a step in the right direction. They can do better, obviously. It seems kind of underhanded because we got the first wave, and that's almost like them ripping off the Band-Aid, and then they're like, oh, we're also going to nerf all this shit as well, which is fantastic. But I will say, every time they touch the Slicker AI, they make a new counter. So we got to give it a little time as well. I've tested with some stuff, and I've almost beaten the new Slicker AI.
Yeah, for now, but give it time, and then they'll tweak it.
No, I'm pretty sure the new update is that. Well, I'm not telling anyone about anything.
Keep your mouth shut. Keep it yourself, man. Absolutely.
You can't do that now, but
fair enough.
his AI is terrible.
that's fair.
It's pretty easy to exploit. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure something else is gonna just like go through the cracks.
Normally how it works. Loki, quick question, brother. If I can ask you, man. Again, are you happy with the way that they sort of snuck this under the radar, or not? I don't want to make a big drama out of it because that's not my style, but it's pretty.
That they had to reply to the post, because yeah, what like what Grid said, now we know that's a hot topic, that one post, and they're probably going to put more underneath it. So, do I like what they're doing? I like that they're fixing the AI. Don't get me wrong. That's a good thing.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
It depends what bracket you're in, right? Because me personally, I can't do that clones cheese counter. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because we're fighting crazy SLKR teams with that's why the guys in the top guilds are putting Phasma Fu, or sorry, they ditch Fu, put Phasma in, and it screws up that whole counter. But the lower division players, yeah, I mean it's a viable counter. Especially if you're out relic your opponent, or you got certain mods that'll work. But general fixes to those kinds of AI things, I think it's a good thing. But the way they announced it, I'm not for it, because they hit it at the bottom of an initial post that was there like 2 weeks ago, right? So the only way we all probably saw it, aside from hearsay and the community, is, we all got those Swuggo event bots in our Discords, and boom, you get a little reply kind of flag in your Discord, and then it's like, what the hell did they do here? And then sure enough, they not only announced that, they announced several fixes, and I'm sure we're going to go through that, Heinze, but I mean, that's definitely a hot topic right now, and they're probably going to put more next week, because I don't think they're done yet, man, honestly.
Yeah, I think they're going to still tweak some stuff, but you know what? Look, I don't know about you guys, right? But again, I'm just curious. I'm the kind of guy that thinks, you know what? And maybe this is just the Australian in me, where we go, you know what? Just call stuff straight up, right? Don't pussyfoot around. Just tell us where things are at, right? And the original video, not going to lie, was really good. Like the original video release, the road ahead, they need to do more of that, because that was really cool.
I really that a lot.
That is amazing.
I think that was great, because what I liked about that is it communicated.
If anybody ever at some point watches this from CG, I like that. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
But they communicate better through video chat than they do in a written post. Text and voice come across in a whole different way. It really, really does, right? So I think they need to do more of that, no doubt. But yeah, look, it's certainly one of those things where, you know what? We know you want to change it. We know you want to make Galactic Legends unbeatable unless you've got one. It's obvious now. We were thinking that was the case, but we weren't 100% sure. We now know this, right? If you got a legend, you can take one out. If you haven't got a legend, tough. Not going to happen, right? That's what they're aiming for here. Let's be honest. But yeah, I'm the kind of guy that goes, you know what? Just be upfront about it. Just tell us, hey, we want to set this level. Galactic Legends only. Everything not Galactic Legend, you beat those and group them to attack each other and be legit about it and just be general about it and then make your changes and no one would care. I think trying to hide it like that makes it more sus. And, it's really frustrating. There's no need for it. It's crazy. Anyway, I've had my rant.
I had my rant. But I wish, because that's a big one. Like, the Gas 5's Chewy Cheese. That's a pretty common team. That's very well known in the community. I feel like that was deserving of its own post to say, hey, by the way, we are addressing SLKR's AI. It's going to be making some changes specifically to 501st. Here's what you should be aware of. I feel like that was deserving of its own post. That annoyed me a little bit, but
we've seen posts for less, haven't we? Let's be honest. We've seen posts for less important stuff in this game separately, right?
Yeah.
It's important enough to warrant its own announcement. 100%. 100%. But guys, let's talk about play points. Right? Let's cover this. Okay? Now, I'm bittersweet about the whole Google Play Points thing as an Australian, right? And the reason I say that is this. I'm pretty off that I can't get my energy anymore Not gonna lie. But I couldn't get it in the first place anyway because those packs have never been available in Australia until the newest update releases. So I can actually finally at least access the packs. It was only US before that. So now I can actually see the packs in my PlayPoint store. Annoyed the energy's not there, of course. But guys, does it really matter that much? Like, you know, I'll go around again and Fulbright, I'm curious, bro. Is it really that big a deal with the energy in there or not? You know?
It is.
Yeah?
Man, dude, 150 points gives you all that energy. Yeah, I mean, you can take up a whole brand new Galactic Legend with that. You know, all you got to do is just save your points. If you're just a moderate spender, you're gonna have plenty of points. I think I had like 25,000 points whenever the last Galactic Legend hit.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, because I just never spend them, and they just save up, man. Yeah, I mean, then you don't have to save your energy. You don't have to miss out on all the extra dailies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know. So I mean, you know, but the thing about it is, I mean, I get it. That doesn't affect everybody, but if the system is, if you're using Android and you're using the Google platform, everybody around the world should have access to that. With certain markets shouldn't have an advantage over others. That's the part I've always disagreed with.
Yeah.
You know, they want to ban people for trying to log in through a VPN just so they can get access to have that the equal reward. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes no sense. You know, I mean, that's not somebody doing something shady. They're just trying to get equal treatment instead of treating, you know, our Australian friends like they're a bunch of redheaded stepchildren.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's just not cool. You know?
Love you, redheads. Let's be clear. Love you guys. Right? Straight up.
No.
But
That's why you and Hershey get along so well.
but again, it's just one of those things. Look, they're and this is the thing. I want to talk to. Look, I want to talk to Loki about this one if I can quickly. Right? Now, Loki. Look, I'm a little bit. I don't like their reasoning. I think their reasoning is bull. I really do. I think their reasoning is trash. And the reason I say that is we've had Google exclusive stuff come to this game in the past, right? We've had special shard releases. We've had shards for new characters even come out in the past, right? In PlayPoints and Google rewards that have come in their inboxes just for Google players only, not iOS. And now all of a sudden, hey, we're disadvantaging people that aren't on Apple, and I'm on Apple. But I just think it's BS. What do you think, bro? What do you think about that? I don't like the reasoning, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, the reasoning is what it is. It's they didn't want people to get the Galactic Legend so fast in the Ultimate, right? Like,
Yep.
That was already said. What I don't agree with is they just took the energy out, and I believe they didn't put anything else back in. So
they put Kairos in. No, they put Kairos in. I checked it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody.
No,
really
that's all
cares
right.
about that, right?
I claimed them yesterday because I could finally do that. And there's 5
Yeah,
Kairos
that's totally
in the
not
big
fair.
pack. So they are giving you something, but it ain't energy. You know.
Yeah, I mean, they should have at least given us a heads up. Hey, you know, in a couple of days we're gonna do this. It was very sneaky how they did it. I mean, you guys were talking about a cheeky post earlier. This was really bad because they really pulled the carpet out of everybody. You know, that was doing that, and
Yes,
it was a good value. I mean, they also removed the. I mean, I used to stock up on the damn ship energy, right, or the other blue energy, right?
Yeah.
And then you can get all your gold gear and all that stuff with that one. They took it all out, right? They took.
Yep.
So it's really not only did they disallow us to speed up farming of the GL day one, but they took all that extra gear away from us too, and then gave us extra Kairos? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me because I was getting gold gear with that ship energy, and we were getting equal amounts of ship energy with regular gold energy. So yeah, I agree with you, man. This is the worst. I think this is the worst communication bit. And the thing is they didn't announce it until a couple days later, right? Like they just announced it today, but it actually went into effect yesterday.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my guildmates were just like, hey, there's no more energy in the pack, and it was like, oh well, I just redeemed some like an hour ago, right? And it was fine. But you know,
Yeah.
it's
That's been
it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
You know.
That's been something really interesting when it comes to, and I'm only gonna touch on your topic there real quick, Loki. When it comes to like if it were one or two people, it's not a big deal to just be like, oh, sorry, we missed a day or two of announcing this. Like it normally doesn't affect a lot of people but when it comes to like hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of people that are being affected by this number, you have to announce that at the time. Like, hey, we're making this change. There's no more energy. That needs to be announced sooner rather than later. And a lot of times they seem to ignore it for some reason that I can't figure out.
Comment in chat. Comment in chat. This is from Blade in chat. Let's be clear, guys. This is not me. This is Blade in chat, right? CG says, we don't want people to get GLs as fast with Google Play points. That's why we did it. Translation means we're greedy, foster drinking assholes, and want to suck more money from your wallets. This is not my thoughts. This is what's coming from people out there who play this game and invest in this game.
Yeah.
So,
and if you just say, hey, by the way, you guys aren't going to get any more energy, then they know it's going to be, less favorable to them to make money.
Yeah,
so 100%.
100%. But you know what? If you've got a big problem with it,
you got to say that.
If you've got a big problem with it, and Reagan, if they've got a massive problem with the amount of energy people are getting for Legends, why don't you just halve it? Make it not as easy to get, but still give you something. Like, why just
put a limit on how much you can store?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, they've got a cap on it, and I think this gets around the cap
for the longest time.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things they can't stop the cap. I mean, the whole idea is that, as you know, in game, guys, your energy gets capped at 2K, and then you get these packs, and you get your daily bonuses, and that ramps it up over the cap that they put in there. That's the problem. They can't cap it. It rolls over the cap. So the best way to fix it, Reagan, is to just not give you the option of getting it in the first place. That's how it comes across to me, yeah?
I kind of feel like I'm the odd man out here just because I'm from, it's never been an option for me. I'm from Canada. That wasn't something I could do.
Same.
So I never
Same thing.
have.
Yeah. But are the packs available to you now? Like, have you had a look? Because they should be.
I haven't. And if they are, I won't get them now. Because I don't need to. I'm not upset about it, to be honest. I know there are people, like I have friends who were impacted by this, and I feel for them. I really do. Personally, I'm not upset though. They took away something that was never an option for me, so I just don't care.
And that's fair. Absolutely. No, spot on. Absolutely. No, and that's the beauty of it. I mean, it's going to affect some people more than others. And I'm not sitting here as someone, as you know, I spend on the game, and that's my choice, and I don't condone it to anyone. That's something I want to do, right? That's my call. But,
I'll be right back, gents.
Yeah, you do that. So, again, Fulbright, I mean, there are certainly a lot of people that do invest in this game, and, they certainly do rack up the points. And, you're going to get a little bit of mod energy out of it. You're going to get a little bit of mod slicing material and, a couple of cuffs and 5 Kairos. Well, you get your Kairos in dailies, let's be honest. It is one of those things that certainly for a lot of people that invest a lot into this game. And again, I'm not taking a side here, guys. Free-to-play guys, good on you, because I couldn't do that stuff. Good on you, right? Not going to lie. But for those that do spend, they should get some sort of bonus, should they not? I don't know. I mean, they keep the lights on.
Yep. I mean, that's the way I've always felt about it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's available around the world, they should have all kinds of bonuses like that. Yep. I mean, they should. People that want to invest in the company, invest in the product. Hell, great. That's just how that goes.
Shareholders get bonuses straight up.
That's
We're
right.
not shareholders, but we invest in the game, right? So, which is my choice. I don't condone it. Let's be clear. Everyone plays this game differently, and kudos to you. You play it however the hell you want. That's how it works. But it's a fun little chat. Loki, quick one, bro. Let's talk Executor. It's coming. It's coming soon, and it's going to be, by the looks of things, pretty nasty. It really is. It's going to be some nasty stuff on our fleet shards, on our arena. Especially, man. Are you happy with the relic levels? Relic 8 for Boba. Boba's probably the one people have been most worried about. Not me so much, because I I like my bounty hunters, so it doesn't really worry me. But relegate Boba. Obviously, I'm expecting Slave 1's going to get a massive buff, and you need Boba at a pretty high level to make that work. Would that be something fair to say, or not? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty heavy capital ship. Unless, here's the deal, right? Is even with the GLs, right? Like, I mean, the last GL, it needed Relic 8s already, right? They already announced Relic 9, so I mean, I almost feel like this Relic 8 thing's kind of like the new norm now. I know Radis and SLKR didn't need Relic 8 for obvious reasons. There was no Relic 8 back then. But, it's a pretty hefty Relic 8 requirement for this capital ship. And I think we all want it to be good. I'll be super disappointed if we had to do Relic 8 Piet, Relic 8 Boba, and the ship sucks. You can still, the arena guys will still use their 5-star malevolence to take it out, which is, utter bullshit. But I think we all want it to be good, especially the ones we're going for it. I mean, I know Fulbright, you, Heinze, we're all going for it. And I want it to be good. So I mean, the power level of the ship has to reflect the kind of relics that we're dumping into this thing. And that's what I'm hoping for, man. Does Slave 1 need a rework? Possibly. I don't know. I mean, I still don't. I mean, what? I got Razor Crested 7-star. I think a lot of us got Razor Crested 7-star. Do I use it? No.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm looking forward to.
There's got to be some big incentive with this ship with this capital ship coming.
I'm looking forward to dusting it off and actually using it.
I got Relic 8. I got Relic 8 Bosk. I got Relic 8 Bam. Boba. I mean, holy crap! Like, I got more Relic 8s than probably my Galactic Republic fleet, which is what I use mostly, right?
Yeah.
So this thing's got to be good, man. And I hope you can park it in Squad Arena for a couple nights and give all the free to play a hard time with 5-star malevolence.
It's throwing
what we're all hoping for.
Shot across the bow. Hilarious.
Absolutely, man, because that's ridiculous, man. You're gonna spend this much Relic 8s and the 5-star malevolence can still take it down. That's awful, man.
It's been pretty good timing to have the Relic 8 packs in the store right now, a week before it's released. Good timing there. Well played, guys.
Yeah, and we're still going to get the refunds, right? We talked about the refunds.
Yeah, I would have, and this is the thing, I would have...
Relic 8's coming out of our ass pretty soon, man.
Well, okay, well, again, I'll come back to Fulbright because I was actually hoping, dude, that we were going to get our refunded materials first before they released the ship. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Because
I was kind of hoping the same
they
thing.
brought the packs out instead, right? So, happy about that? Not happy? Don't care?
I think that I think it'd be better for everybody if they would have gave us the materials back first. But I would buy the materials if you can and just hold them if you're unsure on what you want to do. I mean, that's really all you can do at this point.
Yeah, straight up, absolutely. And Grid's back finally. He's joined us. He's probably gone for he's gone off to the bathroom, fluffed his hair, just combed his beard. He's looking beautiful again. Dude, we're just talking about the release, obviously, of Executor next week, of course. And we're talking about the we would have probably preferred the relic refunds before the event. Would have been pretty nice. Doesn't look like we're getting that because they released packs in the store instead.
Yeah. Again, another really cheeky thing. Like, if you had just waited a moment, I don't like it. It doesn't bode well with me. It's like, refund it, let people spend money on / resources on what they want to. And if you're going to be refunding us Relic 8 materials, which for a lot of people is extremely expensive, and if they really wanted the Executor, you should have done that before the Executor was out.
Yeah.
If there was nothing going on, I wouldn't have fretted. It doesn't really matter when it is. But the fact that it's specifically right before a very large investment into a ship, I feel like they should have done that before.
Fair enough. Absolutely.
I feel like it should have been done before.
That's just mean. That it up right now.
That was cheeky as
isn't it? You know, like
Well, it's
somewhere.
Cubs.
Doc goes bang.
Yeah.